So, you know that thing, if you've ever written music, where you should check your score when you finish to see if, for instance, you've written any parallels, which I personally try to avoid when I make my arrangements. But you wouldn't think that if you watch this video. So, yeah, I did my whole checking thing after I'd recorded and edited the rest of this video. So, that's been fun. Make sure to stick around until the end to see me unfuck my score and enjoy watching me being a moron. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Good? Me too. So, 2 weeks ago I released my version of It's All Over But the Crying by the Ink Spots, and I thought it turned out pretty well, so I thought, why not do more? And by the way, if you haven't seen that arrangement of mine, go check it out. I think it's less than 2 minutes actually, so why not? And I thought that this time, why not show the process of me actually making the arrangement? Because it kind of ties into what I want to do with this channel, which is to show the human side of being a musician. Now, what do I mean by that? It's all very well standing on stage, singing like an angel, being all glamorous, but the road to get to that place is a long and rocky one with a lot of hurdles and challenges and frustrations along the way. And that's what I kind of want to shed some light on with this channel. It's also something I was already cooking up when I released the blooper video. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into it. So, the song we are going to be doing this time is Moon River. It's an absolute classic, of course, done a million times, pretty cheesy, so it's perfect. As you can see, we already have the melody written out in advance. Oh yeah, one more thing I should mention is I am not a composer. I'm a classically raised singer. I picked up some things about voice leading and harmony along the way, but I'm definitely not a composer. I would say the proportion of me actually knowing what I'm doing and having a clear idea of what's going on and just being a monkey on a typewriter dicking around until something nice comes out is about 50-50. So there you go. And that's also kind of what I want to show, is that anyone can do this. This is a completely free program, MuseScore. Anyone can download this and just start creating. Yeah, you don't need to be a musician and you don't need to have an encyclopedia of knowledge to create. Right, so here we have the melody. This is what I would call Sol, Re, Do in my classical world. Now there's a pretty strong 5-1 implication here with an appoggiatura. But I don't think that's the best approach, because if you look at the rest of the melody, you're going to get stuck in this kind of 5-1 idea pretty quickly. So we should take another approach. Of course, if you have the 5th in the melody, you can also go for the 1. And here we have a Do. Now, which chord also contains the Do? La, Do, Mi. And I think this is going to be a lot more flexible in a way. Now, here this melody seems to be outlining the 5 pretty strongly. I don't think that is the right approach. Oh! Yeah, so I think actually this is the idea. We have the 4th scale degree, treating these notes as well as appoggiaturas, which is going to make this T very, very shiny indeed. Let's just fill out the chords and see how that sounds. Pretty good, pretty good. So I think we can just repeat that for the next 3 bars. Moving on, we have the probably dominant chord extended over 2 bars. And I think the right approach is to have a suspension, because immediately if I think of this, I can already hear the, which we can put either in the bass or the soprano, not soprano, but top voice. I think in the bass is going to be the best option, because then we have this nice little second here, and we can also put the 7th in top voice, and just fill out the chord like so. So we need to do something a little interesting. Yeah, and then we just kind of repeat this part. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, fuck, I'm a moron. Jesus. It sounds a bit fucked. This note is not happy there. We can also probably just make it a D going to a C. I think that's better. Now here we're starting to get towards our next verse, so to speak, so I want to do something exciting. Yeah. And then we can go here, here, and here, and here, and here, and this can be extended. And we kind of have this A diminished again, or A half diminished, which is going to lead us back to our tonic. Not bad, not bad. So I think the lazy but sensible thing to do here until, let's see, here, is to repeat the harmony. I think it just makes the most sense. We're coming up to the melodic climax now. I would say it's here. So here we want a nice spicy chord. It's probably going to be a predominant chord, since this is going to be a dominant chord. Well, if we stick the E natural in the bass and have this idea of putting a seventh here, because this is going to be G minor 7. Actually, or even better, we put like a nice little seventh here, going to G, because it was missing a G. Then we can lead quite nicely here into G flat, of course. How would you top this chord off? This is going to be in a appoggiatura. Probably just a D to have the seventh chord. E double diminished 7. Yeah. Right, so then we just head into our dominant chord. Where the fuck did you go? Hey. Oh, yeah, right. I forgot to mention this. These parts are just kind of going to resolve each other, because the F is in the melody, so there's not much I can do about it. So the B flat will go to this A, and the G flat will go to that F. It's just the way it's going to have to go. Yeah. The thing is, if we go down this path with the predominant chord here, it's going to sound kind of dumb to do that same trick with the subdominant here. So I think this is just going to have to essentially be a giant dominant extension. Let's change the inversion then. Right, and this actually can also be harmonized. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? With 1. Like this. And you have a nice shiny major 7th here. Just needs something a little more. Like maybe a suspension. How about a layered suspension where you have a 9/8 suspension here as well? We're pretty much there. I'm just going to fill out the rest of the chords. It's pretty simple from here on out. So that's harmony done. Hang on, let's just listen to the last part. I have neighbors doing construction, so if you can hear that. Oh yeah, and I already thought at the time this. It's just one slight abridgment to the melody, but I think, why not? Yeah, that sounds okay. 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Just a little chromatic passing tone here. Nice. Right, so that's the harmony pretty much done. I might make a few tweaks here and there, but for the most part, we are finished in that regard. Now I'm going to add the text. Right, here we are. So I've gone for this kind of echo thing in the accompanying voices. It's not quite naughty enough in some places. Now what I did for the It's All Over is these kinds of chromatic parallel thirds, and that means we'd also have to put it where? Yeah. That just gives it that little extra kick it needs. Can I do something here still? Yeah, fuck that. Alright, I think I'm going to stop for now though. Maybe if I think of something I'll still change, but that should do for this video. So it's time to start recording. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good one. So, here we are. Right. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. This. Alright. This is a mistake. This is also very dubious. Especially because I do it 4 times. And where were you? Here. Right. So, yeah, let's get to work. Alright, so here we can just go here. Bum. I also like this kind of passing idea. Okay. Have to change it here as well. Here we can go here. And actually have this nice waving motion. Here we can keep the F. And let's just make this a very clear F major. But in first inversion. So put this over here. Right, wonderful. Oh, there we go. And then we can have this passing there because we're going to the G sharp. Inverse inversion. Actually, it's nice to make a minor here just to switch it up a bit. Here we can keep the D in the bass and instead put it here because then we're having fourths instead of fifths. Make a nice chromatic B natural. Going to that 7th. And I think now we're good. I am going to check again. Whoa. Yeah, except now we have this. So we go here. Is that okay? I think so. And I think here as well we can put a B natural. It just works a little better with the A natural, methinks. Yeah. Something you should know about me is I can have good ideas sometimes, it's just that I'm also clumsy as fuck. Oh yeah, and this is questionable, but I'm gonna leave it. I think it's okay. This I forgot to change. Just one more thing. So, doing this kind of a video for the first time, talking to the camera, doing a kind of commentary, I'm not gonna lie, it felt pretty fucking awkward. But I just have this self-loathing behavior pattern where if I hate doing something, I have to keep doing it because personal growth. Of course, I'm taking the piss a bit, but I think there's obviously some real credit to this idea of stepping outside of your comfort zone. Because at the end of the day, comfort zones can be traps where if you allow yourself to get too comfortable, you can stagnate in this place you don't really want to be in because you know you can have or do or be more. But there's this fear, I think, of the unknown holding you back, because you know that in your little comfortable bubble, at least you're safe. And stepping outside that bubble can be scary, but it's very, very worth it every time, of course.